Apple introduced FaceTime to tvOS 17 for supported devices for Apple TV 4K second generation as well as the third generation. And I really didn't think it would come to the Apple TV FaceTime, but now that I think about it, it makes more sense, especially ever since Apple has introduced for a while now continuity camera, and now they've been using it in many different ways. And I think that there could be more ways of social interaction rather than just having, like video calls. There's Zoom now on the Apple TV as well as other applications. But I believe that Apple could introduce iMessage to Apple TV, and it's currently on devices like the Apple Watch, iPhone, and I think even the HomePod, since you can tell the voice assistant to send a message to people. But I feel like it could be taken advantage of on Apple TV. It could have on Apple TV, when you're viewing a photo, it could be bigger on the TV. If you want to view a video, it could be viewed on the big screen on your TV, and it could have greater advantages than an iPhone or a Mac, or especially an Apple Watch, and I think would make most sense. And I'm kind of curious why they haven't thought of that when they were making tvOS 17. And so I think that this would be a great feature for Apple to introduce into tvOS 18. And I was thinking, even though you can already screencast your phone, it isn't really, even if you turn your phone sideways, optimized to take advantage of the full space of your TV. And so what they could do is optimize it, or if they have a dedicated app on Apple TV, to stretch out, make more sense, and perhaps you can even view two conversations at once. Maybe you have the group chat in one and you're talking to an individual in another. There are many ways Apple could implement this into Apple TV. And you also have the serial mode, so if you wanna dictate messages, you can. Also, it's more convenient to message where you're directly looking at. If you're directly looking at your TV when you're watching your favorite show or movie, then you could just respond there, and maybe you don't even have to fully open it up in the app. Maybe it shows you a display, kind of like the notification center on iPhone, where it shows you the message and you can respond in the notification rather than just going directly into the app. Maybe Apple can implement something like that, where it shows you the message on the Apple TV and you just tell the voice assistant, hey, send this to my friend, and it sends it. And it's more integrated that way. It would be more convenient. It would be another perk of the Apple ecosystem, having messages on every device you own. And I know that on the first generation Apple TV 4K, it didn't support FaceTime, which was on tvOS 17, and wasn't even supported on the Apple TV HD, which made more sense, most likely because of the processor that it's running on the Apple TV 4K first generation and the Apple TV HD. But I feel like having the message app could be supported on Apple TV HD and above, because I really don't think that is a very intensive processor task. Who knows, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not any coding engineer, or I'm not somebody that develops messaging apps, but I feel like it is possible, and that could be a big feature for tvOS 18. tvOS 17 has introduced a lot with VPN support, like VPN apps, and they've introduced FaceTime with it. But I wonder what Apple could do for tvOS 18. Apple already has picture-in-picture. Apple already has so many things, and I feel like it's kind of hard to come up with this new feature or a new selling point for the Apple TV. They also have karaoke and things like that for the second and third generation, and perhaps maybe that just says that maybe there needs to be even powerful Apple TVs, maybe an Apple TV Pro. I'm not sure. Well, I might talk about that in another video, because I feel like the Apple TV and future tvOS updates will be hard to update, not because the hardware is lacking in any way, but I feel like that the Apple TV is already so good that it's like, what else could you do to make it better? I don't know. Leave some comments down below. I might come up with another video trying to think, oh, this should be a feature on the Apple TV, or Apple should introduce this I don't know. I can think of some hardware things that I might come up with in another video, but overall, in just software-wise, I really can't think of anything else other than, having a messaging app for Apple TV. Do you agree with me? Leave a comment down below if you want Apple TV to have messages app. I appreciate your time. Have a good day.